fresh towels, man.
Thank you.
My name is Hazel, if you need anything else.
Thank you, Hazel. I think this is going to be okay for now.
Hi, my name is Mason, if you need anything, and I hope you do.
What are you doing here, and how did you get in?
Came in through the window. I wanted to surprise you.
You did. You did. Why aren't you at the clinic?
Well, I've already been to 3 sessions today. It's a great program, but everybody needs a rest now and then, so I took the afternoon off. In your honor.
It was lovely of you, really, but don't you think you should kind of head back there because you...
Well, I got even more out of the sessions just knowing that you were here. It's such a relief knowing that you know why I'm here now.
I'm happy that you feel that way, Mason, but you shouldn't miss. I mean, you didn't come here to see me.
Well, yeah. Of course I did. I don't think I would have cleaned up my act if not for you. So why don't you let me show my appreciation?
Julie, are you in there? It's Lisa.
So is this the babysitter?
Yep. Sorry for the delay, Inspector Castillo. The lady has not been very cooperative, but she's ready for questioning now. Her name's Josette Geiss, and she's got a record.
She's from Montreal, that fits.
She says the woman who hired her is called Michelle Henry.
That's probably another alias. Well, she's one hell of an excuse for a babysitter. Kind of makes me wonder about the woman who's got my daughter. What's that medallion? Does she have a connection to Chinatown?
Got me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think you better let her go.
But I don't get it.
Let her go, but keep a tail on her. That's probably the best way to get her to talk. Thanks.
Right.
More iced tea?
Sure.
Oh, God, he's in danger. Cruz is in danger.
She's okay.
Did you ask her?
Yeah, she didn't answer. We better keep our eye on her. Well, just a few more hours and your mom and dad will be arriving for dinner. Without either one of them suspecting for a moment that the other one was invited also. Oh, they'll see each other across the room and the sparks will fly.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, romantic sparks, electricity. Who knows what could happen?
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
Oh, come on, Ted. You know that Cece and Sophia are crazy about each other. They just need a little shove in the right direction. Ah, must be my agent with my big break. I must say, it's about time. Delaire, Wanda Brukowski speaking. Oh, hi, Cruz. No, I haven't seen her, but Ted's here. You can ask him. Okay.
Cruz, what's up?
That was Cruz on the phone?
Hmm?
Is he all right? Is he okay?
I think so. He sounds okay.
You at the station right now? What are you doing in San Francisco? Oh, right, of course, official business. Oh, okay. I'll just talk to them then. Bye-bye.
Wait!
Where you had to go? Are you all right?
There's time. It's not too late.
I guess you got teacher's permission to cut class.
Well, it was my idea, Lisa. Julia was trying to get me to go back.
And my willpower was fading fast, and I should have known better. I'm embarrassed.
Well, don't be. It was my fault. Isn't that one of the first rules of AA, taking responsibility for your actions? Anyway, I'm going back. If you'll wait a minute, I'll go with you. I just want to put on a clean shirt. I had the maid put a couple of fresh ones in there just in case.
You think of everything.
Yeah, that's what they tell me.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge in here like somebody's disapproving mother.
You didn't. You did the right thing coming here. You've been a very good friend to Mason. I appreciate it.
Well, unfortunately, I know exactly what he's going through.
Well, I didn't. No. I did, actually. I thought I did, but he didn't feel secure enough with me to confide in me, I guess.
No, he just didn't want you to be disappointed in him.
He got my message.
What message was that?
That I expect too much from people and that I expect too much from myself. And I've been reading these pamphlets and things. I guess I'm a classic case. Daughter of an alcoholic and girlfriend of one.
I'm an ACA, too.
ACA, that's adult child of an alcoholic.
My father.
Really? My dad died of alcoholism.
Well, my father is still alive, even though it isn't much of a life, I can tell you that.
There's a lot I don't know about you.
Well, there really isn't much to know, except for I've spent half my life running around saving people, which is a typical ACA.
I'm very grateful to you for everything that you've done for Mason.
You know, I've been thinking that I've been butting in a little too much lately.
Well, whatever you did worked. I mean, he's here. My nagging and butting in didn't do any good.
I think Mason and I are a lot alike.
Really? How do you... Why? How?
The self-destructive reasons. You might be interested yourself in the brochure that you picked up. They have sessions here at the clinic.
Yeah, I looked at those. They're a little intimidating.
To everybody.
It's a lot easier for me to be tougher on Mason when it comes to my own strength and facing my demons. I'm a bit of a coward.
Got a light?
Help yourself.
Have one?
Feel like I just did. And I don't smoke.
Oh, well done. Let me buy you a drink.
I haven't finished the one I got. Look, I don't want to be rude, mister, but I'm waiting for a friend.
Wait's over, babe. I'm here.
It's a great line. But I'll pass.
Oh, come on, Gisette. Surely our mutual friend has told you about me.
Mutual friend. How do you know my name?
The Canadian woman you babysat for, Michelle, I believe she's calling herself. She must have told you about Kirk Cranston.
You're Kirk Cranston?
In the flesh. So you've heard about me?
No. No, I don't know about you or anything else.
Not even about Chinatown? I hear you're in a little trouble with the law, Gisette. Seems how you got a record and you just got picked up again. It's not a good thing.
Look, that was a mistake, okay? They let me go because I don't know anything.
Don't you be rude to me, sweetheart. I'm your only hope. There's this cop from Santa Barbara gonna be breathing down your neck just as hot and heavy as he's breathing down mine. Now, either we work together or we're dead meat.
What do you mean, dead meat? What have I got to do with anything?
I know, Tootsie, you're still pleading the fifth, but it don't wash. You see, together we stand, divided we fall.
Stop saying that. That damn Chinaman Han. You promised me there'd be no trouble.
Well, Mr. Hahn lied to you because you're about to take a dunk in some very hot water.
Look, all I did is babysit.
That's all it took.
And this is about the baby.
Part of it is.
Where do you fit in?
Like I told you, through the lady with the baby. Is babysitting what you do for a living?
Are you kidding? I didn't even get paid for this gig.
It's crazy about kids, huh?
I can take them or leave them. This one got to me more than usual.
And why was that?
She was real cute. She had a sweet little angel face and a disposition to match.
So why did Hahn pick you to babysit this kid?
I owed him a favor, okay? Look, if I knew the kid was hot, I would have made sure I was out of there before the rat called.
Where is my friend and this kid now?
Look, how should I know? She came back and I left. That was it, simple. Except that I should know that nothing's ever simple with Hahn. He's a liar and a skunk. He uses people.
He doesn't use me.
Yeah? Well, give him half a chance. I keep trying to break away from him, but he manages to keep his claws in me one way or the other.
So, you usually babysit older clients for him? Is that the deal?
Turned a few tricks for him, yeah. But only a few. It's not my regular line of work.
Well, I'm gonna take care of him for you, for both of us.
How?
Oh, I'm about to head down there right now. That fire dragon, you know, I'm gonna have it out with the dude once and for all.
Hey, what's he doing at the fire dragon? He's been running that low-life operation for months now out of the sun.
Did I say fire dragon? I meant the sun luck. That's where I'm headed.
Look, Mr. Cranston, please don't tell him that you talked to me, or he'll sure as hell come after me and make me pay for it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Giselle. This time, Mr. Hahn's gonna be the one who pays. It's nice talking to you.
Hello, you two.
Hi. Oh, Sophia, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, it's not every night that my handsome son and his lovely lady invite me to dine.
And whoever other family member might show up.
Oh, speaking of which, is Kelly and Eden coming? I mean, I tried to get Eden. I wanted to invite her because Cruz is out of town, but she wasn't.
Yeah, Cruz just called from San Francisco looking for her, and I told him I don't know where. This was really weird. Sandra was just here a minute ago acting a little weird to begin with, and then when she heard that Cruz was on the phone, suddenly she got even weirder and ran out the door.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. We've been trying to call her to figure out where she is, but she's not answering.
Why don't we just forget about missing people for the next couple of hours and concentrate on the ones that are here?
The ones that might show up.
Ted?
Is there something here I'm not supposed to know about?
Yeah. Dad's gonna be here.
Oh, boy.
I wanted it to be a surprise for both of them.
Well, I like the idea, it's just that it made me too nervous. If you don't like this, Mom, you can split now and Dad'll never even know.
Oh, but please, Sophia, don't go. See, the idea was to give you two a chance to have a nice little evening in each other's company without a bunch of distractions, like a big party and a lot of people.
And a nice little romantic evening is what she's talking about. Are you upset?
No, I think your optimism is very sweet, but I think these days he's looking for romance in other places.
Well, I don't know. I heard a little while ago that guest house is completely empty.
That's right, darling. Megan's out of town, and so has your father been out of town. I didn't even think he'd be back tonight.
Well, he's back, but you think the two of them went away together?
Oh, yeah, I think it's probably a possibility.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll call Dad and cancel this whole thing.
Don't you dare. There's absolutely no reason why Cece and I can't sit down and have a lovely dinner together. As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to it.
The man is a paradox to me. I'm least impressed when he tries to impress me, and find him irresistible when he's just being himself. I really have come to believe that this whole episode was a mistake. I didn't intend to come back. Yet here I am again.
Tough day?
Oh, this is a humbling game. I think I pulled every muscle in my body. My gosh. It's not like playing tennis, I can tell you that.
Oh. You still working?
Yeah, I'm just going over some notes before Emily comes by to pick them up.
Oh, well, I'm gonna take a hot bath because I got a hot day with Ted and Wanda. You want to join us? You're more than welcome.
I don't think so, thank you. I've still got to get settled back in.
All right, another time, man.
Do you want some help?
No, I don't think you better touch me because I smell like a tack room. I hurt a lot, you know.
I know, I understand. I mean, I get all Charlie horsed out when I haven't ridden for a while.
Yeah, but I don't want your arms around me out of pity.
I don't pity you, Cece.
Wish I could understand you and what you want and why I can't give it to you.
What I want right now is for you to get those aching muscles soaking in a tub and get ready for your dinner.
To be continued at another time.
Okay.
Not too much later, I hope.
Second time that you've done that today.
Well, third time's a charm.
Please don't do it again, otherwise I'm going to have to deck you.
You really are nervous, aren't you? Look, talking to a therapist is easy. You do all the talking, and they take all your money.
I'm not so sure this is a good idea.
Look, I don't blame you for being scared. Part of me wants to agree with you, tell you that you're right and to walk away, but that's the part of me that's a coward.
You're afraid of me having this session, aren't you?
Well, sure I am.
Why?
Well, because you might find out that you love me for the wrong reasons and leave.
That's not even a possibility.
They say that alcoholism makes strange bedfellows. Not that there's anything strange about you, but there certainly is about me.
I love your strangeness. And I never want to stop being your bedfellow. But this has to do with me and my past, and I've managed to stay detached from it my whole life. I think it's kind of silly to go back and deal with it now, don't you?
I know how much you've overcome. Took a lot of courage.
I'm not courageous because I'm leaving.
But if you can't bring yourself to do it for yourself, then how about for Samantha? I mean, with her heredity, she's going to need all the help she can get.
Now I know how you must have felt when I never let up on you.
Ms. Wainwright? Hi.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Blake.
How are you? Hi, I'm Julie. Well, you know that, and Mason now.
We've met.
Mason is attending the clinic, and I'm just here because I'm here. And I was about to cancel this, but he's trying to dissuade me. And actually, it's a fine idea that I talked to you. I just thought maybe I could just have a little more time to prepare for it.
Well, I can understand that, but since you're here and everything's okay, maybe we could make this just an informal session, like a visit.
Oh, well,
I can stay here if you like.
that's okay. I mean, I can do this by myself.
So you're going to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
That's my girl.
Please.
I've never done this before, so you're gonna have to tell me what you need me to do.
Well, what would you like me to know about you, Julia?
I'm a lawyer. I have a daughter. We have a daughter, Mason and I. He's a lawyer, too, and we have a practice together. And my dad was a drunk, and I thought I could save him my whole life, but I couldn't.
It must have made you feel very powerless.
Powerless. Oh. Yeah.
You look very handsome.
Thank you.
Did the hot bath help?
Well, we'll know first thing in the morning. You sure you won't join me?
Thanks, Ray. Cece, wait. Please don't be annoyed with me.
Sweetheart, annoyance is not it. Don't scold me. You didn't say anything about just one kiss. See you later.
What? A kiss?
Emily, eavesdropping is not in your job description.
I'm sorry, I just happened to walk in at the wrong time. I must say, that was very romantic. The two of you make a terrific couple.
We are not a couple.
Yeah, I guess I felt powerless. I mean, who wouldn't? I couldn't stop him. You know, but we gave the impression that well, we tried to keep everything under control and gave the impression that everything was under control and fine. I mean, it wasn't fine. I knew that. I knew that when I was 5 years old. But I thought that if I could love him enough or be a good enough girl, he would stop. And I held on to that fantasy no matter how many episodes that we went through.
Is there one particular episode that you remember?
Do you mind if I get some water?
No, not at all.
Thanks. I was in a play, high school play, and I worked really hard, and I got the lead in it. And I thought I was really good in it, and I wanted my dad to see it. So he promised me that he would come straight from work and meet my mother in the auditorium. And I remember I peeked out the curtain to see if I could see him, and he wasn't in the seat that my mother had saved for him. I got that thing in my stomach. I used to get that all the time. But I just concentrated on my part. And I was doing pretty well, actually, and until about the second act. And then there was this commotion in the audience. Some man came in and he was talking really loud and he was crashing into people and everyone was telling him to shut up. And the more that they did that, the more the louder he got and the angrier he got. That was my dad. And I tried to go on, but I was just paralyzed with humiliation. I mean, this was the one time I really was good in something, and everybody was staring at me. And I was humiliated for myself and my mother, but most of all for him.
Must have been terrible for you.
Sure, it was terrible. You know, terrible things happen, and you survive it, and you get strong, and I needed to be strong because that was, I mean, my job. I was the one that held everything together in the family. I mean, Augusta, she's my sister, she just took off as soon as she could. She got out of the family, and my mother, my poor mother was so worn out that I had to defend him from her. And my dad, I don't mean to make him sound like a bad guy. He's not. I mean, I had to protect him, you see, because he didn't like himself enough to take care of himself. And I had to take care of him. He didn't mean to do the things that he did. He really didn't. It's just, he couldn't help it. And if he'd take the car or something, I would have to follow him and bar when he went from bar to bar because I was afraid that he would hurt himself and he wouldn't come home and that he would die. So, you see, that was what I did. I took care of things and I kept everything under control.
And have you kept everything under control?
No. No, Could you just explain one thing to me? Could you tell me why he did this and why I feel so responsible? And why I feel that it's all my fault, that all of this is my fault?
Because you were a child. And children don't understand that they can't control an alcoholic parent.
What about Mason? I mean, Mason, I'm an adult. He couldn't come to me because I was being so judgmental. And I don't think I ever really wanted to bring up the subject. I would avoid it like the plague, you know, because I didn't want to deal with it.
Have you ever been able to confront your father about his drinking? And
No.
what it did to you?
No.
Well, maybe that's the first step you should take.
My father's dead, Doctor.
But the pain's still alive. You might start by writing him a letter, even though he's gone.
No, I don't really think that's a very good idea.
Why not?
Because it's over. It's something that happened before, and I don't know that I could handle it.
What are you afraid might happen?
I'm afraid that I'll start to cry, and I won't be able to stop it.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Mr. Hahn.
Nope, you're looking at him.
Well then, Mr. Hahn. I'm Kirk Cranston.
Golly, it's a real pleasure to meet you, Kirk. Well, sit down and take a load off your feet. Have a wonton.
No, thank you.
Okay. Let's talk turkey. What's on your mind?
I'm looking for someone you know. The Canadian woman with the baby.
Babies are my weakness. Come on, have a dumpling.
Where is she?
Gosh, Kirk, you're a pushy fellow. Why do you want to know?
Because she owes me money and I want to get it before it's too late. In case nobody told you, the police are onto this operation. They're calling in the big guns from all over the state. That might not mean too much to you, but it's got me a little worried.
Is Castillo one of the big guns?
What do you know about Castillo?
Know your enemies. That's my motto. He hates your guts.
Yeah, well, that's old news, pal.
Yeah, I hear the jerk is overrated. He's even scraping the barrel now, using a dame who does voodoo.
Oh, yeah? Well, it seems like you know a lot about this jerk, huh?
You bet. I know a whole lot about you too, Kirk.
Really? Such as?
Your leg is as hard as your head.
Well, you're into this my motto too, mister.
Then say hi to Mr. Wong.
Bruce!
Drop the gun, hell.
Oh,
Hello, Sophia.
hello.
Nice to see you. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Wanda, you look beautiful. Getting pretty every time I see you.
Oh, thank you.
So, will you be joining us for dinner tonight?
I guess so, and I was hoping Eden would come here, but I tried to call her. She wasn't home.
Yeah, well, I got a call from her. She had to take a quick business trip to Geneva. Took the family jet.
Geneva?
Well, why didn't she call Cruz?
I'm sure she will. I'm sorry. I should have called you and told you.
You've been a little busy lately.
Why don't we have some champagne?
Good.
Yes, and then if you could come into the kitchen with me, Ted, and help me check on dinner.
I think Bunny's in charge of that.
Uh-huh. We'll be right back.
Well, at least we can give him some privacy, don't you think?
He's melting. I can feel it.
I don't know. He looks pretty cool to me.
I'm not sure this dinner idea was a very good one.
Well, it's not my idea. I hope you don't think that.
She just told him she doesn't know how she's been getting along without him.
When did you learn how to read lips?
You have to admit it's in line with some of the other things you've been doing lately.
I was trying to protect you forgive me for being so foolish, and I hope you'll be relieved I'm not going to try anything like that again. And for your information, I have more things to do in my life than try to trick you into having dinner with me. I have a full life.
So you have been telling me, quite stridently. I haven't seen any evidence of it yet.
Maybe that's because I don't flaunt my affairs like some people I know, but believe me, I have a lot of male companionship.
Oh, really? From what I understand, it's been extremely quiet at the presidential suite.
Really? Do you have the Capwell secret police spying on me?
Counter-espionage is what it's called, and I don't see how you'd have time to date anyway, since you've been spying on Megan so much. You almost drove her out of town.
Almost?
Yes, she came back after visiting her son in New Hampshire.
Greg, lovely boy.
I know, I met him.
You went with her?
No, I went after her.
There they are, the sparks.
Preview for a meltdown.
Why don't you tell me, Cece? Are you in love with her?
I don't want to hurt you, Sophia.
Hurt me? The only emotion I have is pity for you. A man on the rebound, falling prey to a conniving little...
Best-selling author?
Hack? She's a hack, Cece. I want to hear you tell me you're in love with her.
Why don't you stop it? Stop it now.
What, are you afraid to admit it?
All right, you want to hear it? You'll hear it. I love Megan Richardson.
She looks like she's about to cry. I think he just told her that he loves her.
I not only pity you, I wish you luck because you're gonna need it.
Well, you look intact. How do you feel?
Takes a lot of energy to squash all those feelings, and even more to bring them up. I'm exhausted from the effort.
I thought you were a woman of boundless energy.
Dr. Blake suggested that I may not be very honest all the time. That when I say that I can handle everything like I do, that I might be lying.
Oh, there's no need to lie again, ever.
The greatest sadness of my life was that I couldn't save my dad. Maybe that's why I avoided him.
Well, you saved me.
It says right here that you can't save anyone. That it's a personal war, one day at a time for the rest of your life.
Well, I think I'll be okay as long as I can carry your favor into battle.
You're more than okay. You are a man of amazing resources, and anyone who doesn't understand that is a fool, including you.
Well, I accept the compliment in the spirit in which it's offered. Now kiss me. Self-discovery makes me horny.
I'm gonna go back to my room and let you go back to your session.
Must you?
I must. I'll see you tomorrow. And I love you.
Your impersonation of Kirk was top-notch, Bruce. It might even have worked if your voodoo lady hadn't shown up ahead of you.
Where is my baby, you bastard?
You don't even know when you're on the wrong side of the gun, bub.
No, you don't. Half the San Francisco Police Department's gonna be out here looking for me in a little while.
Shucks. It's a shame by the time they find you, it'll be too late.
That was a short dinner.
We never got to the dinner.
What happened?
Sophia was there. Presumably the kid set it up, but I think it's probably her idea. I wonder if she was always that infuriating and that trying, or has it only been since we broke up?
Hi, baby. I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so sorry that I ran out and I didn't say thank you or I'm sorry to you and Wanda.
Oh, Mom, please, don't thank us. That thing was an absolute disaster.
No, it's okay. It wasn't a disaster. It clarified the issues between the two of us, and that's a good thing. But promise me, whatever goes on between Father and me is just between us. No more surprise dinners.
I swear it on Wanda's scheming little head.
Okay.
You're on your own.
She dared me to tell her that I was in love with you.
And what did you say?
He told me he was in love with her.
I can't believe that.
Oh, well, he doesn't believe it either, but he's so damn stubborn that he's gonna stick to it. You see, your father just isn't the type of man that should have retired. I mean, he has nothing to do. He got very lonely, and then in she walked.
Do you want him back, Mom?
I don't know. I don't know, and I'm confused. I couldn't live with him, you know that, but I'm having a hard time living without him. He had to change and refused to change, so I had to leave, but I thought he would eventually. And then she comes into his life. Now he doesn't have to do anything but stare into her deep brown puddles, her adoring eyes, and stay exactly the same. And she's going to get fed up with him eventually, too. I have just put in too much blood, sweat, and tears to be replaced before I am good and ready. I'm in a fight.
I told her I was in love with you.
Well, that's one way to win an argument. I bet she couldn't top that one.
I wasn't trying to spite her.
Cece, you've told me several times that the two of you still love each other.
Because of what we shared. Because of the children. It's all past history.
But no matter what happens between your father and me, we're still a family. Nothing can change that. The bond we have is our children.
It's over, Megan. I couldn't revive it if I wanted to, and I don't want to.
Keep telling yourself that, Cece. Maybe you'll believe it someday. And maybe when you do, I will too.
Why the hell are you so hard on me? And why can't you tell me how you feel about me?
I'm not talking about you and me, Cece. Not until you and Sophia figure out how you really feel about each other.
What the hell are you doing here?
Cruz, I've been having images again. They've been so terrifying, I had to get to you. I had to stop it from happening.
The images of Adriana?
No, about you. I saw them give you an injection. A lethal injection. Cruz, my God, we have to get out of here.
Hi.
Hi.
May I come in?
I don't know.
I just want to talk for a few minutes. I just needed to reassure myself in person.
About what?
That you're really all right after your session?
I really am all right. I was, well, Dr. Blake gave me some homework, told me to write a letter, and it was shocking to find out that denial was not just your problem, but that it was mine, too.
Well, I've been doing a lot of thinking as well about us as a couple. I've been playing kind of fast and loose with that concept for some time.
I always had the feeling that the notion of a man and woman joining at the hip fascinated and repelled you at the same time. I really can understand that, you know. I just deal with it better.
Yeah, well, the fascination's won out. I'm actually looking forward to being joined at the hip, filing a joint return, that sort of thing.
Capwell and Capwell.
Yeah.
Mason. as much as I love you, and you know that I do, I'm going to insist that you go back to the clinic.
Being close to you is important, too, for my mental health.
You made a commitment to stand by the program, and for better or for worse, remember?
For better or for worse. Well, maybe we're just testing the vows we're about to take. But you're right. I'd better get back. Romantic evening would have been nice, though.
When we get home, I promise to show you the most shatteringly romantic evening that you've ever known.
Got chills down my spine. I'm gonna hold you to that promise.
You better.
No!
Hey,
don't hurt
she
him.
doesn't know anything about this.
Any last request?
Look, I would think a person in your position would be smarter than this, hon. You can't get away with this. There's no way.
Want to bet? Of course. You won't be around to pay off. So forget about it.
You do this, you're dead.
Speak for yourself, bub.